Alright, we're back, and I want to thank everyone for coming tonight to JMC Ministries Live. I know there's some people that could come, some people couldn't. And like I said, we're going to have this posted hopefully on this site tonight. We'll have last week's show posted on live stream for you. We're gonna upload this 10-minute videos here on YouTube. We have two links for YouTube. I have my personal page, Jeremy Caverley, where I'll load them. But for everyone's reference, if you want to go ahead and add this, it's going to be youtube.com. JMC Ministries Live. That's where everything's going to be posted at. That's where we're going to get all the directions and connections at. That's where everything will be posted. It'll be favorited. We're going to try and build a base there. We're going to go ahead and like I said, we have all the older shows on JMC Ministries Live YouTube. I'm only limited, since this is a free account, to a certain amount of space. I have unlimited space there, and we're also established on another site that has my personal testimony, and I have that posted on links on the Facebook groups and everything else. We'll probably post a link to my personal testimony for those that are interested at the end of the video. Let's go to Revelation. It's the last book of the Bible. I'm going to post it in the chat for everyone. It's going to be chapter 13 for you guys that are familiar. And I'm going to go ahead and state this again. People that read this, it scares the hell out of them. In a good way and a bad way. And I want to tell you again, brothers and sisters, that Christ, a relationship with God, Christianity, is not about a spirit of fear, but of a sound mind. You are the head, not the tail. You are not inferior. If God is for you, who can be against you? Alright, we're going to go into Revelation 13. Then I saw a beast coming out of the sea. It had 10 horns and 7 heads, and there was a crown on each horn. A name against God was written on each head. This beast looked like a leopard, with feet like bear's feet, and mouth like the lion's mouth. The dragon gave the beast all of his power, and his throne great authority. One of the heads of the beast looked as though been killed by a wound, but this death wound was healed. Then the whole world was amazed and followed the beast. People worshipped the dragon, because he'd been given his power to the beast. And they also worshipped the beast, asking, "Who is like the beast? Who can make war against it?" Now you're wondering who the beast is, and you're probably wondering, who is the dragon? There's different interpretations on this. Some of them say one's the Antichrist, and the other one's the country the Antichrist is in. You should be able to put that into play. Then verse 5. The beast was allowed to say proud words and words against God. See, that's the Antichrist. It was allowed to use its power for 42 months. It used its mouth to speak against God, against God's name, against the place where God lives, and against all those who live in heaven. It was given power to make war against God's holy people and to defeat them. It was given power over every tribe, every people, language, and nation. And all who live on the earth will worship this beast, and all the people since the beginning of the world whose names are not written in the Lamb's book of life. The Lamb is the one who was killed. Anyone who has ears, listen. If you are to be a prisoner, then you will be a prisoner. If you are to be killed with a sword, then you will be killed with a sword. This means God's holy people must have patience and faith. This doesn't say everyone's going to be, lifted up in the rapture, and nothing's ever going to happen to anyone. Jesus in the New Testament goes on and on and on and says, "Blessed are those that persecute. Blessed are the meek. Blessed are those that are in distress. Blessed are those that are poor." The Beatitudes. Check out the Beatitudes. When you allow the mountains and valleys called your life to not control you, but you allow yourself to be focused on Jesus Christ, because the whole thing is about life is you can't do this life alone. Too many people are working in their own power, or they're trying to focus on someone else, or they're trying to get all this power, and they're trying to do all these different things. And without Christ, you're going to end up with nothing at the end. You know? I'll give a good example. Is Michael Jackson getting any money out of this movie that's coming out? I don't think so. There's other people going out there. There's other things going out there. Yes, as James talks about, the satanic trinity. Satan, the dragon, controls and manipulates. The beast, the antichrist, the Satan incarnate. And then the false prophet, which is probably someone in the UN who ends up saying, okay, this guy, we're going to endorse this guy to be in charge of the whole world. If the UN is still in charge. The United Nations could be the false prophet for the Antichrist. It makes sense right now. Is it the end yet? Not yet. Are we very close? Yes. Things like this RFID chip. It's crazy. It's just moving things forward and forward and forward. Let's go on to verse 11. Then I saw another beast come up out of the earth. It had 2 horns like a lamb, but it spoke like a dragon. This beast stands before the first beast and uses the same power the first beast has. So there's going to be more than one beast. There's going to be more than one Antichrist. It could be... And anything... And here's the thing. Let's go even a step further with Antichrist. Antichrist is anyone or anything that does not line up with the Word of God. If you're a Christian, you're able to test the spirit of a person, of an entity, of any place that you go, and you should be able to know, is it of God or not? If it's not, it's an Antichrist. It doesn't have to be the one that's going to bring the desolation upon the whole earth. Let's go on to 12. The beast stands for the first beast and uses the same power as the first one. By this power it makes everyone living on earth worship the first beast, who has death wound that was healed. Now, this says here that, yes, 1 John 4, we need to test the spirits. The Antichrist, the final Antichrist, this person is going to get injured. And it's going to be a human. It's going to come back from an extremist mortal wound to her body. I'm not talking about, oh, he got the swine flu, or I got a cold, or whatever. There's going to be a bomb go off. He's going to get blown to pieces. Or he's going to get shot in the head or the chest or whatever. Someone's going to target this person and try and kill them. And he's going to come back to life. I'm going to finish up with this in a break. We're going to take another quick break. So we'll be right back.